So episode 4 has finally arrived, and this was a great episode, jumping straight off where the cliffhanger of last week ended on, with the amazing action sequence beginning, and then of course making us wait a week, because that's what a cliffhanger's supposed to do, make us dying to watch that next episode. And the battle went in such a way that I'm not surprised that really Azrael got his ass kicked. I mean, Charius himself, he has a pretty damn good army. We see how humanity is sitting on top of the demons and everyone who is non-human, so it's not surprising that they pretty much wiped the floor with him, and they had some sort of like magic kind of like spell traps to kind of, bind him and just pretty much throw him around like he's trash, and Azrael getting more and more pissed off as the fight goes on because he has to fight, otherwise there's just going to be slaves who get killed. It just pushes him over the edge and gives Charius the edge that he needs to pretty much defeat him, and if it isn't for Nina coming in dragon form, he would have been killed, guaranteed. And I actually thought, for a moment I was like, they actually are going to push him, they are going to kill him, but they do keep him alive because they want to keep him around for a while because he is a key player in the show, but they easily could have killed him and introduced another character or just removed him from the story. But I am glad they kept him alive here, and I actually kind of like how it's like Nina's like, hug me, I gotta get my heart racing so I can turn into a dragon, and it just shows you really always need to bring a dragon to a battle, because if you have like a mini Bahamut, like, you're pretty much guaranteed to at least turn the tide of the battle or win the battle straight up. And I absolutely love that kind of scene. And even Azrael at the end, like when they're kind of talking in the little caravan there, and he's pretty much just like, hey, let me have sex with you and then we'll just turn you into a dragon when the time comes. The guy has some moves, I'll give him that. Like literally just making Nina so damn embarrassed that she runs out naked in the street. Like, that's pretty funny, I have to say. But I do like how we get a bit more backstory and how like when she was in her dragon village that she was like the outcast, she just sucked at turning into a dragon, and it wasn't until a boy made her heart race as she became a dragon, pretty much destroyed her village, and her mother had to give her a lecture telling her to stay away from men, which is pretty funny in itself. Some people may not like that kind of type of like sexual comedy. I absolutely love it myself, but I have to say, like, Azrael's fighting style himself, I've always loved it, and I don't think I've like really highlighted it in the previous reviews, but I love how he kind of has like this almost like teleport kind of dash, and just his overall movements, like when he fights, it's super interesting, and it helps because he is a demon, he has these demon wings, but I just think his overall abilities and his fighting style makes the battles that he's a part of very intriguing and just interesting the entire way through. But something that I made a mistake last week, as I thought the guy in the turban there, the guy, the hood, and he arm wrestled Nina there, I thought that was a brand new character. I was corrected there. That actually was Charius in disguise, which makes total sense because he did have a royal ring that, unless it was counterfeit, there's no way he could have had that because he's just a commoner. So that actually leads to a lot of possibilities, and someone made a theory which totally makes sense to me, and I'm gonna bring it up here. Essentially, that like the way the promotional website for the series is being like kind of portrayed is almost like a forbidden love kind of a thing, and it seems like possibly because Nina doesn't know who this guy is, she didn't actually know that she was arm wrestling with Charius, which goes to show Charius has some insane strength if he can almost beat a dragon in arm wrestling. But it's possible because Charius seemed to have some sort of like eye for Nina when he arm wrestled her, like kind of in like he was kind of impressed, and he doesn't know that she's a dragon, she doesn't know that he's the king. It's possible they might have some sort of forbidden love, and then they'll fall in love with each other, and possibly there's going to be heartbreak, and one of them will end up killing one another. There could be a lot of ways that they could take it, but essentially, pretty much seems like guaranteed. I think, like, after I read that theory and just seeing how it was portrayed, I'm not going to be surprised if Charius and Nina have a relationship, not knowing who the other truly is, and then there's going to be heartbreak, and one of the sides is probably going to have to kill the other. But like I've said since the beginning, if we can have that bridge between the demons and humans, then both sides could coexist. Will they? Probably not with how this series is, but could they, like, could Nina be the bridge to the king's heart? There is a possibility, but more than likely Nina or Charius is going to kill one another, or there's just going to be a battle and just horrible heartbreak. But I think that definitely is the case. I mean, when I read that theory, I was like, that seems 100% like possible. Like, if that doesn't happen, I would be shocked. But I just think Charius as a character overall is a really interesting character. Like, he has some evil motives, but at the core, I just look at him and I say, like, he really is keeping humanity on top here. Like, really, like, he's literally has Joan of Arc in a cell. Look at where she was in season 1. Like, he's literally building a path so humanity can be top dog, which you can say isn't the right way to do it, but I absolutely love his character overall. He's not totally right, but I also don't think he's totally wrong. And I mean, at the end of the episode, we see Azrael reveal who his identity is to the other demons, pretty much saying, we're gonna wipe out humanity. So both sides want to wipe the other out, and it's a matter of which side is gonna prosper. You would assume humanity, but equally, the demons and Azrael's could as well. But I think Nina is the key player of she might be able to mend the the king's heart, and if she can, then both sides could probably coexist, but will Azrael just accept that? Probably not. So either Azrael or Charius is going to have to die by the end of the series. Which one will? Only time will tell. But I thought this was a just overall tremendous episode. Animation on point, like when they're using the CGI, didn't look too off. It felt like the frame rate wasn't too off-putting from the normal, just, 2D animation, so it didn't ever look bad or anything like that. Just overall, I thought this was a great episode, and I'm dying to watch episode 5 next week. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or do you think it was just okay? Before you leave, please be sure to like the video to show your support. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.